Have you ever wondered why bad things happen to good people? You're living your life with kindness, doing your best, and yet it feels like the universe just keeps throwing challenges your way. Does that sound familiar? If you've ever asked yourself, why me? You're not alone. Stick with me for a moment, because what we're about to explore together might change how you see life's toughest moments forever. And I get it. It feels like life keeps testing you, doesn't it? Like no matter how much you try to do good, somehow the universe throws obstacles in your path. It's exhausting and frustrating. But have you ever wondered what Buddha might say about this? In the moments of his own awakening, Buddha came to a profound realization. The first thing he recognized was that suffering is a part of life, not just for some of us, but for all of us. The truth is, suffering is universal. It's not something reserved only for bad people or the unfortunate. It's something we all experience, regardless of how good we think we are. But here's the thing. Buddha's insight didn't just stop at recognizing suffering. He offered us a path, a way to transform the way we perceive and experience suffering. This path isn't about wishing it away. It's about understanding it deeply and then learning how to live with it gracefully, the universal nature of suffering. Now, let's dive deeper into this. Picture this. You're facing some of the toughest moments of your life, and you start to feel like you're the only one suffering. You feel isolated, like no one else can truly understand your pain. I know I've felt that way. It's a deeply lonely feeling, like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and no one else is carrying it with you. But here's the truth. You are not alone. No one is. Everyone faces pain in some form, whether it's loss, disappointment, heartache, or fear. Buddha teaches us something incredibly powerful. We are not alone in our suffering. Everyone, regardless of who they are, will face hardships, loss, and pain. It's part of the human experience. You're not alone in your struggle. When we start to see this, it helps us feel less isolated and more connected to the world around us. A story from Buddha's teachings. Let me tell you a story that beautifully illustrates this lesson. There was a young mother who loved her baby more than anything. But one day, her baby passed away. Devastated by grief, she refused to believe it. She couldn't accept it. Her love for her child was so strong that she couldn't fathom living without him. So, she took her baby's lifeless body and began traveling from one village to another, one town to another, searching for a doctor who could bring her child back to life. No doctor could help, of course. No one could revive her baby. But then, in her desperation, she met the Buddha. Buddha told her that he could cure her baby, but there was one condition. She needed to find a handful of mustard seeds. But with one catch, these mustard seeds had to come from a family where no one had ever died. Now, the mother was so hopeful. She thought this would be easy. But when she went to the first house and asked for the mustard seeds, she was greeted with a startling truth. Yes, someone has passed away in our family. She moved to the next house. Same answer. And the next. Every home in every village, every person she asked, had experienced loss. After traveling through the entire village, she came to a profound realization. Death is universal. It doesn't happen to just her. It happens to all of us. With this newfound understanding, her heart began to heal. She realized that suffering was not something personal. It was a shared experience of being human. And with that realization, she found the strength to accept the loss of her child. She returned to Buddha, not with her child, but with gratitude in her heart for the lesson she had learned. the reality of suffering. So, next time you face adversity or pain in your life, remember, you are not alone. The suffering you feel is part of a larger, universal truth. It's a reality that everyone, good or bad, must confront. I know it's easy to wish away the pain. We all have those nights where we lie in bed hoping that when we wake up, everything will be better. We hope that tomorrow the pain will be gone. But here's the truth. Suffering doesn't just disappear. It's part of life. And pretending it's not there won't make it go away. The first step to healing is acceptance. Accepting that pain and suffering are part of life, and that's okay. It's only when we truly accept the reality of suffering that we can start to find ways to cope, to grow, and ultimately, to overcome it. We often spend so much time resisting pain, thinking that we need to avoid it at all costs. But Buddha shows us that the way to peace is not through avoidance, but through acceptance. A shift in perspective. Let me ask you this. What if those painful moments in your life were not just obstacles, but opportunities for growth? It sounds counterintuitive, but bear with me. Imagine you're learning how to swim. The first thing you have to do is jump into the water, right? You have to feel what it's like to sink, to struggle, to feel overwhelmed. Only then can you truly understand how to swim. In the same way, hardships in life are like that. Challenges that teach us resilience, patience, and mental strength. If we never face difficulty, we'll never develop the strength needed to navigate through life's storms. We need to dive into life's challenges to truly grow. That's where our power lies. Reframing suffering. So, here's a powerful shift in perspective. Don't pray for the absence of suffering. Don't wish for an easy life. Instead, focus on cultivating a mindset strong enough to face anything that comes your way. When you build that strength within you, no matter what life throws at you, you'll be ready. Because here's the thing. Once you're mentally prepared to face challenges, you'll find peace in the process. You'll no longer be afraid of difficulties because you know you have the strength to handle them. You become unshakable. And when you're unshakable, you can find peace, even in the hardest moments. A balanced view of life. And remember this, life isn't just about bad things happening to good people. Good things happen to good people too. But also, sometimes, good things happen to bad people. It's the law of life. We all face our own trials and tribulations, but there are also moments of joy, success, and love. Life is full of both light and shadow. It's the combination of these contrasting experiences that helps us grow. So while suffering is inevitable, so is joy. And the key is not to focus only on the suffering, but to embrace the entire spectrum of life. I truly hope that you can cultivate the strength to face any challenge that comes your way. I wish for all of you to develop the mindset that enables you to move through life's difficulties with grace, peace, and strength. May you always be able to embrace life, no matter what it throws at you. Thank you for being here today, and remember, you're never alone in your struggles. Together, we grow stronger. Embrace the challenges, and you'll see that they are the very things that help you become the best version of yourself.